Hey, I'm just following orders. Let me get one of those slow motion pictures, bro. One of the slow motion pictures.
You gotta shoot at 60 frames per second.
Come on, that.
They say they wanna hit that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move, it coach shit. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. Coming up, I'm about to bullshit. They see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right, I brought my army, going up like a rocket, and can't nobody stop me. These niggas garbage, so watch your mouth, boy. Coming all black, slithering house, call me mouth, boy. I'm off the hip like a cowboy. I'm a king, you should bow, boy. Shorty like, damn, man, you cut up. Nothing I can handle. 144 in the booth, going Rambo. Niggas do you dirty like a stick in a bando. That's why I play the corner like a bum with a banjo. I'ma lead by example. Sabe got this bitch off the hand, got this juice, got the drip, about to hit the bitch with the salt. It ain't rap, this is salt. Can't taste a bitch unless you with the coke. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move, it coach shit. Hey. One way, one way, one way, one way, one way. Coming up on my I do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of the key. It's all money, no honey. Think you settle and see. You locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's One West. You can check the residency. I reside with soldiers died on the soles of their feet. Cause there's death before designer. Ain't no coward in me. Cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder. You ain't calling a week. Get the cooking on this beat. Hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum. Got you fuckers scared some. Get the banging on this beat till my fucking head numb. Black Glock, red drum, black and yellow Air Ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest. I suggest you wear one.
Told these niggas we was going up. They was doing a lot of talking. Now these niggas ain't saying shit.
Feeling like a legend in this shit. Lil nigga, I'm past veteran. Never feeling third. Lil nigga, I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left him. We all stepping. Kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, but you doing life. These hands are rude GPS, a mean right. That's mean right, we build different, you know the vibes. And we stamped it authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a kind. Noah's Ark, you know I'm with animals when we flowing by. We back again with camp again. Yeah, they say they want smoke until we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move, it coach shit. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. Coming up, I'm about to bullshit.
West till they bury me. I'm One West till they bury me. I'm One West till they bury me. I be One West to the death till they bury me. One West till they bury me. I'm One West till they bury me. I'm One West till they bury me. I be One West to the death till they bury me. I be One West to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy, it get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends, or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit, I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he a domino, so what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical, guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since all the dominance of one West rising to prominence. Cause I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got Groupons for Uber. Rhymes hard like they been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by in black Impalas, let the semi holler. The showstopper been as proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm going, I'm off Patron, a premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modified the chopper. The swore heavy, war ready, and that's working mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when they eat on, none of them can get to the fire around with me. And I had them niggas spin like a tire, down the deep. And I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel to igniter, I'm winning, coming through with the title because I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me.
Yeah, on 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit.
Fine in, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They say you been in beast mode lately, you is not yourself. When you dropping that fire, precious marriage, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin. No kindness, I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the field like Jeepers Creepers, say they want some smoke, dawg. So I brought these chimney sweeps. Coming like we coming, you can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we run it, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till them do us part. So if you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, fine in. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh,
nigga. Fake ass nigga.
You ain't no Israelite, but you a gospelite, bitch.
Fuck you talking about?
If that nigga won't war, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. Soft cold shit, we bought it. UPK soup solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who?
All right. Shalom, Israel. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yahanna. And today is Monday history class, I.S.U.P.K. Atlanta. And what we do is we let blacks, Hispanics, and Northern Natives know that they are the Lord, they are the Most High chosen people. He chose you above everyone. And like I say, tonight is the history class. And well, we do it like every Monday. Every Monday is history class, give you a whole itinerary. Monday is history class from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Tuesday is the brotherhood class from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Wednesday is the law class, biblical law class from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Thursday is scripture breakdown with General Mahyman from the same time, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And Friday is the Lashwan Kodash, the Holy Tongue, where we teach the Hebrew, Paleo, and Ancient and Assyrian, from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And Saturday, we have our Sabbath service. We have a new time from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. every Saturday. And with that, the topic of this class tonight is, who is Phoebe? We're going to kind of pick off where I left off last week. Last week we were talking about Freemantown and stuff like that. Georgia history. I like to teach Georgia history. Georgia is a very interesting state, and a lot of things came out of this state. A lot of culture and things that we tend to follow in the United States today, was started right here in Georgia, and one of the towns in Georgia was this town called Pinnock, Georgia. Pinnock, Georgia is a town that's located down there in the Brunswick area, Darien area. And I want to talk about what this town, not to stray too far off topic, but just kind of talk about what this town was pretty much famous for. We all know that Freeman towns are towns that, after slavery, some black families and, black people that, that came out together, they put their money together and bought up towns and stuff like that. We had several of these towns out, across Georgia, but this one particular town, it pretty much probably take up the whole class. But in this town, what this town is known for down in Pinnock, Georgia, was for this woman, this African American woman. Her name was Anna Ellison Butler Alexander. Her name again was Anna Ellison Butler Alexander. She was an African American woman. That became a renowned person there that in that town. And I'm gonna give you a kind of a brief history about who this woman was and what she was about and things of that nature. And we're gonna talk about it a little bit, then we'll get into some scriptures and stuff. We kind of want to debunk some things. I know people know I'm well known for being so negative, but I'm gonna try to talk about a few positive things tonight. You got to realize that we're in the land that was inherited by the wicked. So, there's nothing too much positive about nothing just wicked, And another thing, and I kind of this class kind of influenced me from my upbringing, things that I seen in my community, things I questioned, but I didn't get the clear understanding of it until I joined the I.S.U.P.K, until I came in here and asked questions and got the started attending classes and stuff like that, and got the understanding about things that was going on around me that was confusing, that that didn't seem normal, that I didn't understand. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that this class right here could bring some some clarity, some light, to the ones that out here in the world that don't know no better. So we're gonna I'm gonna read an article, to give you a brief history about who this woman Anna was, and what and how she relate to Phoebe, because like I say, it's Georgia history, but at the same time we're gonna find out who Phoebe is. So Anna Ellison Butler Alexander, circa her birthday, she always kind of lied about her birthday, but we'll get into that and kind of give you a little rundown about why she lied about her birthday. But we're gonna say circa 1865, September the 24th, to 1947 when she was born and when she died. She was the first and only African American consecrated a deaconess in the Episcopal Church. She served in the Episcopal Diocese of Georgia during her entire career and may be remembered in the calendar of saints on September 24th. Now, do we have anybody online? All right, nobody online. And I want you to think about this. Ask yourself this. A deaconess. What is the role of a deacon? Does anybody know? Does anybody know the role of a deacon? How about you, Mawasa? You know what the role of a deacon is? What a deacon job is?
And he's supposed to assist the pastor and be over like the finances and stuff.
Well, no, yeah, you got the first part. For most part, right? It's his job to assist. In the Christian church, yeah, it's his job to assist the pastor. You know what I'm saying? In the Christian church we grew up in, depending on where you would sit, if you were sitting in the congregation, you had your deacon board on the left and you had your mother board on the right hand side. Right. I know that's how it was in our church, but when I was in the world, and it was the deacon's job to serve the pastor or whoever you need. It goes to show you that the Christian church you had rank and order in the Christian church. I don't understand why Christians have so much problem when we talk about I.S.U.P.K. We talk about our rank structure. You got rank structure in everywhere you go. Right. You know what I mean? So we're gonna get a little bit more into it. I'm gonna read a little bit about her early life, Anna, about what she had going on and everything. So here it is. Alexander was born shortly after the American Civil War on St. Simon's Island, Georgia, to former slave Daphne Alexander and her husband James Alexander, known by his nickname Alec. Her parents had married in 1841, and Anna became their 11th and last child. Her birth date was not recorded, and she later gave various different dates, in part because she feared that she would be forbidden to continue to work in her final years as too old. Later, Salakia, Diocletian records list it as 1878, and her death certificate lists 1880. Her father, Alec, was the personal servant and aide of his master, Pierce Meese Butler, who owned several plantations inherited from his grandfather, founding father and U.S. Senator Pierce Butler. Alexander had learned to read and write. This is her father, despite state laws to the contrary. But Butler's wife, the British actress Fanny Kimball. Alexander later wrote that her part Native American paternal grandmother had received her freedom after nursing Pierce Meese and his brother John Meese before they assumed their grandfather's surname in order to inherit his plantations. Her maternal grandmother was from Madagascar, and her mother was the result of a rape by a white overseer. Fanny Kimball became estranged from her husband after witnessing such activities at his plantations, particularly by that overseer. Kimball wrote the anti-slavery journal of the residents on a Georgian plantation in 1838 to 1839, which helped influence British public opinion against the Confederate cause. The Alexander family soon moved to Pinnock, Georgia, to take advantage of land south of the Altamaha River previously held by poor whites who had moved further south to Florida to obtain land under the Southern Homestead Act of 1866. And what that's saying is that, this black family had went to Pinnock, Georgia to pretty much buy up, land that was pretty much almost like a barren waste. All the Caucasian people, the colonizers, they were moving out of Pinnock, Georgia to go down to Florida because they had thousands and thousands and thousands of free acres. They were just giving away to colonizers, to white people, free land. So they seized the opportunity to go and try to build up a community there in Pinnock, Georgia. And with that, it says her father became a carpenter builder and a community leader, in addition to building his own family's houses and helping others learn that trade. Alexander helped build a school for the community and used his own land as an experimental farm. And they say the land wasn't good for growing anything down there, man, because the land was such a waste because of how the colonizers were trying to farm it. It was pretty much just shot. It was hard to grow anything down there in that area, and they was right there on the coast. And to talk about her career a little bit, Anna first taught at the public school in Pinnock. Later, she moved to Darien, Georgia, at the mouth of the Altamaha River, where her sister Mary founded a school affiliated with St. Cyprian's Episcopal Church, and all three sisters taught. Anna also visited Brunswick, Georgia, and St. Athanasius Episcopal Church in 1894. With the cooperation of the Brunswick priests, Anna founded a mission in Pinnock, Georgia. She founded her own church. She founded her own church. While still teaching at Darien during the week, making a 40-mile round trip by boat and foot. She did this every week. Went from Darien down to Brunswick, or down toward Pennick. Pennick and Brunswick right there together. So she would do this round trip every week, because she taught school and she started a missionary down there in that area, down there in Pennick, Georgia. And it says the mission faltered when Anna accepted a position at St. Paul's Normal and Industrial School, as well as enrolled in the new teachers college there in Lawrenceville, Virginia in 1897. She returned to Pennick and revitalized the mission. The congregation was renamed Church of the Good Shepherd. And Alexander, who also started a school, she supported herself by taking in sewing and managed to buy property in 1902, where her brother Charles Alexander and other men then erected the church. So her brothers and father and them, they helped build the church down there. Because like I say, she was teaching at school, but when she found a mission down there, they decided to go ahead and build up a church or whatnot for the community. And in 1907, Bishop Cleland Kinloch Nelson addressed the second annual meeting of the Diocese Council of Colored Churchmen held at the Church of the Good Shepherd. He described Alexander as a devout, godly, and respected colored woman, and consecrated her as a deaconess. She became the first and only African American deaconess. She worked in the Altamaha River area for the rest of her life, teaching not only academic. All right, go ahead.
This is Young Man Gabriel checking in.
All right, y'all about Shimmy Al-Shah Brakatah. What's going on, young man, young warrior?
Yeah, nothing much, sir. How about yourself?
I'm doing Tawab. For water for asking. But you know the routine. Put it on mute unless you got a question. Hey, we get right back into it. But the topic is who is Phoebe? And right now we're talking about a woman named Anna Alexander. She was one of the first. She was the first Black African American woman that got the title of a deaconess inside the Christian church. So we're gonna break down the role of a deacon here in a minute, So put your phones on mute. We'll get right back to it. And yes, the Church of the Good Shepherd. That's what it was called. He described Alexander as a devout and godly and respected colored woman and consecrated her as a deaconess. She became the first and only African American deaconess. She worked in the Altamaha River area for the rest of her life, teaching not only academic subjects, but also moral values. Her Sunday school students always donated pennies to those worse off than themselves. When an earthquake devastated Tokyo, Yokohama in Japan in 1923, Alexander's mission diverted their own building funds to aid the overseas victims, donating more proportionally to assist other needy people than any other church in the diocese. Now that is what we consider in the truth is insane. That is crazy, because why? You already in a bad area. The land's bad. You trying to build up. And that's one of the things we're gonna get into about, why a woman shouldn't hold a position such as a deaconess. You know what I'm saying? A woman in this deaconess is preposterous, but I'm not gonna just tell you what's on my mind. We're gonna pull some scriptures here in a bit. But can you imagine during Yahanna sending funds over to Japan, over to Tokyo to help them people because they was in an earthquake, and we got our own. We got Israelite brothers, Mexican brothers and stuff down, and sisters and stuff down at the borders and stuff like that need help. That is no way possible any type of smart decision making, especially when it comes to funds. She was wise about buying up land, but the leadership role she's already executing as the position that she has of supporting her people. She's already putting another nation of people, before her own. That is not smart leadership. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, as I get further into this, I'm gonna let people know. I know I probably got some people back at home or whatnot. They may get a whip of this video, but I'm not making any type of personal attacks. You know what I'm saying? I'm just pretty much just stating the facts. Like I say, I grew up in a certain area. Certain things was exposed to me. Like I said, I had questions about them. So, I love all my family, friends, and associates, especially back at home, so and no personal attacks are being made. So with that is so the Diocese of Georgia split in 1907, and Nelson chose to associate with the new Episcopal Diocese of Atlanta. His successor in the Diocese of Georgia, Frederick Reese, excluded African Americans from church government in the diocese and extended almost no diocesan financial support to African Americans. This forced Alexander and others to make do. Now, hey, you need help from other people, but you send money over to Ammon. You get what I'm saying? you sending fund that you and your people need over to Japan, to the Ammonites, but at the same time, you still need help from people around in the community. This is ass backward, is it not? But hey, you can't make this stuff up, people. And so, and it says, this forced Alexander and others to make do, as well as to seek support from outside the diocese, including from the Episcopal Board of Missions. During the bad crop years in the late 1920s through the Great Depression, Alexander continued to work in her hardscrabble community, whose members built the current wooden church building in 1928. In 1934, only 2 of 30 students could pay the nickel per week school fee. Alexander became the agent for governmental and private aid for both Black and white residents, and enlisted neighbors of both races to help. That's that integration. And like I say, this was right after slavery. Before his death, Reese recognized her decades of service. During the summers of her last decade, Alexander cooked for Camp Reese, the then new former Diocesan camp, summer camp on the St. Simon's Island, and brought small groups of African American boys and girls who were formerly barred as campers but could enjoy the area. In her later years, Alexander worked alongside the deaconesses, including Madeline Dunlap of Chicago. And her legacy, I'm gonna read shortly her legacy. And it says Alexander died on September 24th, 1947, and was buried at the cemetery at Camp Reese. In 1998, she was recognized as a saint by the Episcopal Diocese of Georgia and its Bishop Henry Loutet Jr. Her diocese began advocating for larger recognition in the Episcopal Church. In 2004, she was reinterred as Good Shepherd Church in Pinnock, which she had founded and where she had worked for many years. Although now visiting priests only hold services twice a month. The General Convention of the Episcopal meeting in Salt Lake City, Utah, preliminary recognized Alexander's service as a deaconess and teacher in 2015. A documentary released by the Episcopal Diocese of Georgia in 2018 explains her life. Also in 2018, presiding Bishop Michael Curry visited Pinnock, Georgia, and recognized her ministry. She was the winner of the Golden Halo in Lent Madness 2018, an educational tool hosted by Forward Movement Publications featuring the saints of the calendar of the Episcopal Church. She was added to the Episcopal Church's calendar of saints that year. On March 24th of 2019, two churches in the Episcopal Diocese of California merged, naming their new congregation St. Anna's Episcopal Church in her memory. Now, she was recognized as a saint. What Mawasar, do you know what a saint is? Huh? I'm gonna just give it for time's sake. A saint is one of Israel who judges, and we know Christians and say it all the time. Can't nobody judge me but God. They say it all the time. They don't believe that we can actually judge people, that we're supposed to judge people, but only Israelite, only God chosen can be saints. You know what I'm saying? No other nation, because can't you tell by the judgment in America right now? Nobody judging us, the blacks, Hispanics, and Northern Native properly.
Right.
So they wouldn't be the chosen saints of the Most High because they can't judge right.
That's right.
You know, even with her position as a deaconess, and when she seen how bad her community with her, they had a damn earthquake way over in damn Tokyo. She sending building funds and stuff to Tokyo when you struggling here. How you think that was going to benefit your people? You know, they go to show you that, you know, it ain't in everybody to be a saint, a true saint. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know, they're just giving you a rundown of this town and, you know, who this woman was and how they raised her up. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I say, you know, she was wild enough to buy land and stuff to build this stuff up, but at the same time, she wasn't really qualified to really lead the people like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. But you know, that AME, that African Methodist Episcopal, you know, they still were teaching the colonizer doctrine. Right. They were teaching the doctrine of the oppressor. You know, they weren't teaching us the truth of the Most High God. You know, according to the Bible. But now I'm gonna show you talk to you about this Phoebe. Phoebe, go ahead. Y'all about Shimmy Shot Bakatah. What's going on, Warrior?
Everything too long, sir.
That's 12. That's 12. Let me get you down. Oh, gotcha. All right. Yeah, this what we're discussing is about deaconesses and the role of a deacon. What is a deacon really? You know, and can a woman actually be a deacon? So you know, put your phone on mute. We're gonna get back into it. So this is and who Phoebe is. And once I read this Wikipedia article about who Phoebe is, we're going straight to the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. It is no truth in that dung, that faded dung. It's just no truth in him. You know what I'm saying? He was alive from the beginning. You know, he's truly of his father, the devil. But this is the arc. This is Wikipedia. What Wikipedia has on about who Phoebe is, and according to their Greek Bible or whatnot, it says Phoebe was a first century Christian woman mentioned by the Apostle Paul in the Epistle of the Romans, verse 16. We'll get there. Verse 6, chapter 16, verse 1 through 2. A notable woman in the church of the Church of Synchrea. She was trusted by Paul to deliver his letter to the Romans. He gave her a task. Hey, get this, you know, just like anybody, you know, somebody might give you a letter, take to the post office, something like that. You know, he gave her a letter, just had her, deliver this letter to the Romans. And it says Paul refers to her both as a servant or deacon and as a helper or patron of many. This is the only place in the New Testament where a woman is specifically referred to with these two distinctions. Paul introduces Phoebe as his emissary to the church in Rome. And because they are not acquainted with her, Paul provides them with her credentials. Now, we're gonna my Abishai, you available to read for me?
Come, sir.
Yeah, could you pull that the book of Romans chapter 16, verse 1?
Come.
The water. Read it when you got it.
Come, sir. The book of Romans, chapter. What chapter and verse again, sir?
Salaki 16, verse 1.
Come, sir. Romans chapter 16 and verse 1. I commend unto you Phoebe, our sister, which is a servant of the church, which is at Centria. Verse 2, that ye receive her in the Lord as becometh saints, and that ye assist her in whatsoever businesses, in whatsoever business she has need of you. For she has been a
Sakura.
For Salakia, the water. For she has been a succorer of many, and of myself also.
And see that? And I just read to you what Wikipedia said, saying that Paul specifically called her a deacon and a help. And we just did read it again. There was the book of Romans 16. Dang, I got the hiccup. Slocky. Romans chapter 16, verse 1. I commend unto you Phoebe, our sister, which is a servant of the church, which is in Cenchrea. He just said, which is a servant of the church, which is in Cenchrea.
Come, sir.
Young man Abishai, do we have women's service right here in the school, especially right here in Atlanta?
Come, sir.
How do just for a few examples, how do our women serve us?
Salaki Adawan, if I may, by being there for their husbands, helping out around the school, making garments, making food for the priests and the prophets.
Yeah, right. And see, that's what a good sister would do, right? Be a good representation of her husband. If her husband, if she doesn't have a husband in school, of course the officer above her would be her head here in the school, or in this case, the church. You know what I'm saying? In that instance, in the Bible, the church. But the women, served by, every Sabbath they fix the brothers in here food. They put fringes on our clothes. They make garments and stuff like that. They help out with the bills and stuff. They help out with the food drives and stuff like that. That is a servant. Do we call our sisters in the school deacons?
La.
No, we don't. Just because we got sisters serving in school, that don't mean we call them deacons. Do we call them Adawan?
La, sir.
I don't know about them fake Hebrew Israelite camps and stuff out there. I don't know what they do, but in here now I.S.U.P.K, we don't refer to our sisters as deacons and Adawan and lords and stuff of that nature. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't doubt if they do call it.
I wouldn't doubt it neither. I wouldn't doubt it neither. But it says, verse 2, that ye receive her in the Lord. That means because of her good works and stuff like that, and he vouching for her. Hey, I got this sister to bring this letter to y'all over here, in Rome, in Rome or whatnot. Hey, look out for her. You know what I'm saying?
Come.
They say receive her, take her in. You know what I'm saying? As becoming saints, as they the saints. They as of good judgment. Hey, take her in because you following Paul. You listen to what Paul's saying.
Right.
So you using your better judgment, like, hey, let's take this sister in, man. And that ye assist her in whatsoever business she have need of you. Hey, don't we do that in our school just because we help a sister out in here? A sister may need a ride or need some help with her car or something, or she may need some help with some funds or something. Do that mean that she over us? Just because we assist her in whatever she may need, and just because she putting in work in the school, make it make sense. And it says, for she have been a secure. What is this? What a secure is? A secure is a good help. And we know in the Bible says a woman for to be a helpmeet, right?
Come.
A helpmeet is a good help to her husband. You know what I'm saying? And of myself also. So she already had been dealing with Paul. You know what I'm saying? She already been putting in work with him, a good bit of work. That's the whole reason why he was vouching for her. But not enough to give her authority over men. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not discrediting any of the work that Sister Anna, Anna Alexander put in back in the day. You know what I'm saying? When her and her family came there and got their community down in Pennant, Georgia. I ain't trying to discredit her for none of the good work that she put in, being helpful in the community or whatnot. But damn, did that literally just give her authority over the men there?
Law, sir.
No.
Slovakia, sir.
Go ahead.
That decision should have never been hers to send money anywhere to help anybody.
No.
That was never supposed to have been her decision.
It should have been. It should not have been. It should not have been her decision to really do that. I didn't read where she talked to anybody else or got counsel. You know what I'm saying? That was why in the UPK we speak on counsel a lot. Counsel is important. What the scriptures they paraphrase it, doesn't the wise only the wise seek counsel? And then when she gave the money up to Tokyo, now here you got to go asking other people for money in the community to help out with the school and the church and your missionary. Why you sending money to heathens? Because you don't have the true knowledge of the Most High God. You don't have you.
Oh, fuck y'all. It was a comment from a cause. He said we call them sisters and the water for them.
Yeah, we call our women sisters. You know what I'm saying? Those are our sisters. Those are our sisters here in the truth. More high in Christ, Car. I'm gonna put you down. Y'all by Shimmy, y'all shot Brakatah. But yeah, we call our women sisters, same way, how they call, he said, I command unto you, Phoebe, our sister, hey, she our sister. She ain't our out of one. she ain't our deacon. Y'all about Shimmy on Shah Brakatah, trooping the pot right up.
And also, a bar you check it in too.
Go ahead.
And a bar also.
Gotcha. Go ahead.
Hey, Shalom. Yeah, I was surprised y'all took me in.
Y'all about Shimmy on Shah Brakatah, what's going on, Op?
Yeah, I'm going through it right now, but I'm definitely gonna take it in class. And,
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Mo High and Cry. Look, make sure you take you some zinc, plenty of zinc pill.
I don't even know what that is. You gonna have to send me that.
Hey,
Man.
it's in that rib to the dang pharmacy, man, to the in the store, man, and get some of them good vitamin, man, some zinc vitamin. That zinc will help you. That zinc will help you out.
I don't want that shit kicking my ass, man.
I bet, man. But we praying for you. The Mo High gonna be with you.
Man, right. I don't mind that.
But yeah, let's dive back into this deacon role play that's been going on here in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to debunk this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Right now, it doesn't seem like the deaconess is winning. Compared to what Wikipedia is saying and what the Bible is saying. It said Paul distinctly said that she was a deacon. He did say she was a help, but he didn't say she was a deacon. And I don't, like I said, we just can't be giving, we just can't be tossing out titles like that. Them titles mean something. You know what I'm saying? And give me the book of 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 8. We got roles we have to play. And like I say, we can't, like the scripture say, the Most High is not the author of confusion. We got to keep the confusion stuff down. We got to keep the confusion stuff down, man, and we got to play our roles properly. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
checking in.
Yeah, about Shimon Shop Rocket what's going on? I don't want.
Yeah, I'm chilling, just trying to check out this class if I could.
Oh yeah.
I just want to say that thing where the black woman became a deacon in the church. That's the first form of feminist movement. When you look at the black woman and trying to get gain power and a foothold in the community, that's a part of the feminist movement. So our people have been struck with the feminist movement being like the oppressors, being cool that we would put in bondage back in the 1600 block.
Yeah, more high and cry. That you show right on that. You show right on that other one. You know that
So
was
like if I could,
completely part of the feminist movement. Go ahead.
like I could, I don't want. This is kind of piggyback on what Yahanna said. Like Christianity is so crazy because you want to call yourself a deacon, a pastor, and all that. You know what I'm saying? But what we know in the I.S.U.P.K, man, we warriors in here, man. We you know what I'm saying? We got general. We officers of 50. You know what I'm saying? We officers of 1,000, 500, all that, man. Because we are warriors. We don't. A deacon. What the hell is that? I don't even know what that is.
I'm Salaki. I'm about finna get ready to break that down right now. Right now. Yeah. And see, those are those really, according to the Bible, those are honorable titles to have in the truth. But we in the I.S.U.P.K, that's what we were talking about earlier about the rank structure, about what is the role of a deacon in the church. The role of a deacon is to serve. He's a servant. He's supposed to serve the pastor. It's a rank thing going on. And we know in the truth, we say it all the time, a bishop, you know what I'm saying? We'll go to verse we'll start off at 1 Timothy 3:1. You got that, young man, Abishai? We'll talk about a bishop right quick. We'll drop down to the deacon.
Come on, sir. 1 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. This is a true saying. If a man desire the office of a bishop, he desireth a good work.
It said if a man, it didn't say nothing about no woman. It said if a man desires the office of a bishop, he desires a good work. Verse 2.
Come on, sir. A bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, of good behavior, given to hospitality, apt to teach.
Yeah, this is a bishop. This got to be a man that's blameless out here in the earth. You know what I'm saying? He got to be the husband of one wife. But in the truth, we know that one wife is what they would say in the word to be one church or one school that he teaches his people out of. This right here, this wife is a metaphor. It is pretty much your church. Because we know in the according to the Bible, it's no law about how many wives you can have. It's not unlawful to have no wives. It's not unlawful to have one wife. It's not unlawful to have 7, 10, 15, 100 wives. You just can't leave them. You know what I'm saying? Unless you commit adultery or something like that. But a man can have multiple wives. Polygyny is lawful. The Most High loved Jacob. You know what I'm saying? So this right here, this one wife is the church. And we know in I.S.U.P.K, we would consider a bishop as somebody like a captain or also a 5,000. You know what I'm saying? That would be somebody with the rank of a bishop here in the I.S.U.P.K. You understand? Go ahead.
For like one wife, that'd be like just truth. No other doctrines.
Yeah. No other doctrine. You know, you one body, but you know, you got this one. This here is yours. You know, like the captains and stuff got their own school. This is Atlanta is Yamaya's, school. You know what I'm saying? He would be like a bishop here. You know what I'm saying? But he also have men under him, and that's what we about to get into now. You know what I'm saying? And to talk about one, we'll drop down to verse 4. It said, one that ruleth well his own house, having his children subjected with all gravity. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a divine leader, you know what I'm saying, to be over a position like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot easier to manage when you got one.
Come.
So give me drop down to verse 8.
Come, sir.
And we'll see how the roles are kind of similar, but it's still showing you the rank in the midst. Go ahead.
Come. Likewise, must the deacons be grave?
You know what it means? Hold it right there. Do you know what it means to be grave? Does anybody know? That means for time's sake, that means to have a serious and dignified quality or demeanor about yourself. You got to be serious about that role that you playing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no play. You know what I'm saying? About this position, because like we say, it takes, you have to be a great servant. You have to be a great servant to be a great leader. A great leader will want a great servant. You can't be a great leader without being a great servant. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Salaki Adawan.
Go ahead.
So, the scripture that says that Christ was an abstere man.
Con.
Would that be a precept for like the word grave, abstere?
Yeah, because Christ was solid. You know what I'm saying? Christ was solid. Yeah, I mean, you could use that. Yeah, you can use that.
Come. Verse 8. Likewise, must the deacons be grave, not double-tongued, not given to much wine, not greedy of filthy lucre.
Yeah, you can't be like these Israelite camps out here. Where you can't be here in the truth. We teaching one thing, but you trying to teach something else. You can't be double tongued. You can't be a drunkard. You know what I'm saying? You can't be somebody who's greedy with money and things like that. You got a position to hold. You know what I'm saying? You got to take that position serious. And what we in the truth, we would consider somebody like a officer of 1,000 or officer of 500 or officer of 50 or something like that. You would be considered like a deacon class because you're able to get up here and teach the truth. You know what I'm saying? Salaki, you're able to get up here and teach the truth, but you still got men above you. You got bishops and stuff. You got captains and other officers and stuff above you, generals above you that you follow. You following that rank. You know what I'm saying?
Come.
Give me verse 9.
Come. Verse 9. Holding the mystery of the faith in a pure conscience.
Holding the mystery of the faith in a pure conscience. Now, you think a woman, somebody is emotional, detached as a woman could do such? Hell no. It's not possible. It is not possible. It is not possible because a woman is far too emotional, to have a leadership role like that. That's why it wasn't designed. God did not give her understanding. He deprived her of wisdom and understanding. She doesn't have it. You know what I'm saying? Not that saying she a complete dumbass in the earth. It just, the Lord designed the way he did. You know what I'm saying? It was other ways for her to be a servant of the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? Not teaching and ruling over men. Salakia?
Like my cousin, sir.
Oh, go ahead.
If I could just go into the book of Job, 39 and 17, and a lot of women don't understand what this verse means. It says, because God hath deprived her of wisdom, neither have imparted her to understanding. You know what I'm saying? So you don't get the same understanding as a you know what I'm saying, as a man has. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He gives that to us for us to teach them.
Right. And
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and to have go ahead.
No, so like that's like I you know, with that shit.
Yeah, and I was gonna see that say, you know, when it said, you know, of the faith and in a pure conscience, you know what I'm saying? You think, look how these supposed to act when they hear a man can have multiple wives. You think she gonna operate correctly? Oh man, come on. It just ain't. I don't see it possible. But it says, give me on verse 10. I got a lot of scripture and I got an hour to go. I ain't trying to do too much talking. Go ahead.
Verse 10. And let these also first be Salakia. And let these also first be proved.
Hold it right now. Not just the men. Don't these women have to prove themselves when they come in the ISUPK?
Come.
They have to prove themselves just like the men. They had to come in here and do their 90 days. You know what I'm saying? And before they can get their name and stuff like that. But that's as far as it's gonna go. You know, they'll get acknowledged from then on about the work that they putting into the school, but they're not finna get no rank. They're not finna get any rank. You know what I'm saying? This is not your oppress. This is a biblical militant school. A woman is not gonna get no type of military rank in here. Like I say, I don't understand what some of them other camps and stuff got going on. They take their wives and children out on the battlefield when they going out to war out on the corners and stuff like that. We don't do that in here. We don't do that in the ISUPK.
Come.
You know what I'm saying?
Like if I could, sir.
Go ahead.
Like if I could, sir. That's heavy what you're saying, because you know what I'm saying. Like we don't want our women to be on the front lines, man, out there battling with us. But you know what you can go battle? You can get on them goddamn pots and pans, man.
I'm telling you.
You know what I'm saying? You can get in there and teach our kids how to be a great woman. That's what the hell you can do. We don't need you out here speaking the word and fighting the way we fight. We don't need you to do that. Just look, a woman's superpower is femininity.
Come.
That's the greatest thing you can goddamn do. Won't you just do that?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why you trying to be like us? Don't be like us.
Come.
Don't be like us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like it, sir. I chill on that one.
Hey, you right. You right. You know they need to stay like the Christians always say. You know, stay in your lane. You got to stay in your lane. As a woman, you got to stay in your lane. And your lane is not the lane of a man. You know what I'm saying? So, and it says, then let them use the office of a deacon, being found blameless. You know what I'm saying? So the deacon got to be blameless. You know, we had troopers, 50s and 500s and thousands officers. We got to be blameless in here too. We got to be blameless. We got to be blameless just like the bishops, just like the captains and ones above us. You know what I'm saying? But in all, you know, keeping that ordinance, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like the scripture said, paraphrase, you know, anytime we do anything, we got to do it in decency and in order. Whenever you do something in decency and in order, it flows. It flows well. It flows like it's supposed to when you do things in decency and in order.
Somebody online is talking about how I.S.U.P. uses the Song of Solomon chapter 1:5-7. How about being back?
That's
That's like who we like they do. We lie like they do.
Oh man.
a bunch of comments.
Yeah. IUIC, man. I'm short for words with those people, man. I don't see how you feel like a homosexual can lead you to salvation. You know what I'm saying? It can put you on the right path. Once I found out that Salakia, that stuff right there, hell, I'd have flew. I'd have fled. I'd fled that place. You know what I'm saying? And you know the abomination. Oh man, I mean, come on.
So yeah, Slovakia, he's basically just doing college scriptures, about Job 30:30. That's who they lie. Who we lie about, what I'm saying, being black. Christ is being black. Basically saying Daniel 10:6. And Sister Awab just checking in. And also Sister Jasmine just checked in.
The water. Yahawa Shemal Thumb by Shem Yahushai. Sister Lawal and Sister Brandy. Write y'all down right quick. But yeah, sometimes, ain't nothing wrong with chastising. We be comical about it, but at the same time, we want those people, we want y'all brothers and sisters over here in the other camps to wake up. Come to the authentic, come to the original. Be part of the one body for real. Don't be no imitation. Don't be no knockoff.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. Verse 11. Give me verse 11.
Khan, verse 11. Even so must their wives be grave, not slanderers, sober, faithful in all things.
And you see that? That's about, let your wife, let them be straight up, your wives and stuff. Now, how you gonna be a deaconess with a wife? I mean, that's that LBC. I can't get out a damn out of them alphabets. They mixed up. They messed up. I ain't even got time to sit there and try to figure it out. We're gonna call them the alphabet bandits. When I say alphabet bandit, I'm talking about them group, that abomination group that the Most High hate. In every category, and 72, 82 genders that they got, that they don't even know they damn self. I'm talking about y'all. But yeah, they got it thrown out. You know what I'm saying? It said, even so must their wives be grave, not slanderers, sober, faithful in all things. A deacon wife got to be show no representation of him. You know what I'm saying? Because they married, they won. They ain't just the one body of Israel. When they married, they became one. So that is him. That is his rib. That is his other half. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how many wives he got. You know what I'm saying?
I'm so glad you said that, brought that up, because I remember there was a time that the Christian church would teach that, once you become a pastor, a deacon, a bishop, and all that, they're supposed to have no. That's where they get that from.
Yeah.
They ain't supposed to have no wives and all that.
Right.
Supposed to be sober, ain't supposed to be drunken and all this other stuff.
Don't even know what the hell they got going on.
Oh yeah, Sister I'm checking in, and also Sister Manana.
Sister Amana, Yahba Shemya, Yahawa Shema Thumb by Shemya Shah, Sister Amana, and Sister Madana. I got y'all down.
Block you.
Go ahead.
Sister Miranda checking in.
Sister Miranda, Yahawa Shema Thumb by Shemya Shah.
Shalom, Lord Christ.
All right, I got you down.
our sister Bernard Shema, she get checked in too.
Sister Banah Shema. Yeah, I was Shema. I thought about Shem Yahushua, Sister Banah. But yeah, back to what I was saying, you know, a deacon is supposed to have. Well, let's read verse 12. Give me verse 12.
Come, sir. Verse 12. Let the deacons be the husbands of one wife, ruling their children and their own houses well.
You see, it say houses is plural. You know what I'm saying? So the deacon is just like the bishop in this sense. You know what I'm saying? That one wife is that one church. You know what I'm saying? That, you know what I'm saying? And you know, because like I say, a man can have multiple wives. It's all throughout the scripture, but this is metaphorically speaking. And it says that, you know, ruling their children and their own houses as well. So back at home, regardless of how many ribs that he has, you know what I'm saying? Everyone is a reputation of him, and he had to be able to take care of all of them. You know what I'm saying? And you know, how could a man hold a position like that? He can't take, paraphrasing, he can't take care of his own home, you know what I'm saying, or homes. So how can he manage over a school? How can he be a upright servant at his church? Go ahead.
Oh, Sister Rakawan, how checked in.
Sister Rakawan.
Rakawan, the Rebel Yahweh.
I got you. Y'all was Shamar. I thought about Shimmy outside. Sister Rakawan. But yeah, you know, you got to be able to, if you be a good servant over here, your house got to be intact back at home. You know what I'm saying? Or, or how's you gonna manage well? And let me get give me verse 13.
Come. Verse 13. For they that have used the office of a deacon well purchase to themselves a good degree and great boldness in the faith, which is in Christ Jesus.
And like I say, like the scripture says, it said, for they that have used the office of a deacon well purchased to themselves a good degree. You know what I'm saying? They were chosen. Then none of us just say, look, I'm just pick our position and stuff like that. We had to be chosen by men above us that felt like we were ready. They had to feel like we were ready and stuff like, and we were able to hold a position. We were going to able to teach the doctrine and not fall off. You know what I'm saying? Being of that pure mind, what it was speaking about earlier, a pure conscience. You know what I'm saying? Your conscience got to be pure. So when they purchased that off, it was a good degree. They were, it was a good thing for them to fall up from because they were responsible. You know what I'm saying? And great boldness in the faith, which is in Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? They understood the ordinance. They understood that it was following. They understood that it was the Most High Christ, man, woman. You know what I'm saying? They, in that position as a bishop and a deacon, they understood that. But the ones that follow the cognition doctrine of these devils, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have Phoebe. You're gonna have sisters like Anna Alexander taking on roles that they're really not supposed to take on. You know what I'm saying? And it causes confusion. And skip verse 15, it basically going to tell you about the truth. You know what I'm saying? How the Most High, how the church is really for to be a pillar of truth. But we know under these colonizing devils, the doctrine that we teach, the Christian church is not the home of the truth, because it's just like America. America welcome all religion. They welcome all beliefs. They welcome everything. The Most High don't welcome all that BS. He don't welcome all these abominations and all these other gods and things like that. So that's a red flag right there, all of his own. So can't no Christian church. I don't care if it's Presbyterian, AME, Southern Baptist, Pentecost. What is it? Pentecostal, whatever it is. Shit, Slovakia. But any Roman Catholic, all of them the Christian church.
Like the Catholic Church.
Yeah, the Catholic Church. Yeah, all of them the Christian church. All of them, like I said, one big cornucopia, one big melting pot of religion, and all of them welcome all. You know what I'm saying? And you can't be one body with all those different religions or anything like that. So is the 12 tribes of Israel should gather themselves in this one body, in this truth. And coming to the ISUPK on the combating journey, Yahanna. It will change your life. You will, like I say, you can see clearly. You'll see clearly. Since the rain, you'll see clearly now since the rain is gone. You know what I'm saying? Cause you in a rainstorm so bad now you can't even see what the hell going on because you got so many different religions. It raining so many different religions. Like I say, just like the alphabet people, they reign in 72 genders, and it's confusing. Shit, slocky. But like I said, I'm gonna be serious about it. Give me 1 Corinthians 11:3. We gotta learn something. We gotta learn on role of these women. Go ahead.
No, as long as I could. That's real heavy that you say that because if you look at the Christian church, right? You know what I'm saying? They got all types of different religions in there, man. They got all kind of people, all kind of evil in that Christian church, man. And that pastor that's on the pulpit, he's the most worst disgusting person in the whole place because he's pushing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But when you come into the school, when you come into the I.S.U.P.K, man, we have a leader. We have people that we follow. We have men above us, man. So when you go into these Christian churches and they doing whatever they want to do, they're not following anything. They don't even read the Bible. You know what I'm saying? All they start doing is start playing the drums. You got a homosexual out there. He about to start dancing and twerking. You know what I'm saying, and banging on tambourines. But when you come in here, when you come to this school, man, you learn how to be a real man. You know what I'm saying? You learn how to be a real woman.
Damn right.
So like, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Hey, what my Charlotte just brought out is so heavy. When he was talking about at the church how they had they let in and everybody in. You know, those people that wear that purple and gold over there, you know, to my LGBTQIUIC, they had a man in charge. He is the choir director. You know what I'm saying? He was twerking on stage in front of everybody. He is the choir director. He got the tambourine, you know what I'm saying, in his pocket at all times because he is the tambourine man. So
yeah. He wish he had an ass like them sisters. Crazy. He basically wished that on live. Go ahead. Anybody got that 1 Corinthians 11? We're gonna go from 1 through 3.
Come on, sir. 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Yahushua.
No, let's start at verse 1.
Come. Verse 1. Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Christ.
And this is Paul telling people, follow me because he's following Christ. He's following Christ. When he was writing them letters and stuff like that, he was telling the people. But what do Christians say? Don't follow no man. Don't follow no man but God. Right. You know what I'm saying? You would say that then God is a woman. You everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You don't follow no man but God, but then you think God is a woman.
If I could, sir.
Go ahead.
If I could, sir, you getting down into some stuff that I've been talking to people about, right? So everybody think that like, everything you learn, you have to learn it from someone else,
You
right?
have to learn it from somewhere.
But when it comes to that Bible, you can teach yourself. Are you stupid? Somebody has to teach you. You know what I'm saying? Somebody has to teach you how to tie your shoe. Somebody had to teach you how to drink out of a damn cup. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when it comes to the Bible, can't nobody teach you? No, brother. This is what the UPK is for. Somebody needs to teach you. Somebody needs to teach you. And get all that stupid shit out your head. Somebody needs to teach you. You know what I'm saying? So I have to like it.
That's right. That's right. Okay, give me verse 2.
Come, sir. Verse 2. Now I pray you, brethren, that you remember me in all things, and keep the ordinances as I deliver them to you.
Now this Paul talking to his brothers and stuff in his letter and stuff that he written. He telling them, remember me. Remember me in all things, because y'all supposed to be following me and I'm following the Messiah. Slakia. And keep the ordinances. Keep your position. You know what I'm saying? Follow the damn ordinance. Follow the rank and structure of what the Most High has already set out. You know what I'm saying? Stop being delusional about thinking you're not supposed to follow nobody. Your house, your homes and stuff are being destroyed because you don't want to follow the head of the house like you would follow. We say it all the time, like you follow your supervisor and your manager and CEO at your job. Even they got a damn ranking structure that you're supposed to follow. The manager don't own the company. He don't run the company. It's the CEO. You still got a chain of command that you're supposed to be following. And in the ordinance of the Most High is important. It's very important. Give me verse 3. I got 1,000 scriptures.
Salakia Adawan.
Go ahead.
If I may, it says, and keep the ordinances as I have delivered them to you.
Yeah, Paul delivered the. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, Commanding General Yahanna, he has kept the ordinances as they were delivered unto him, and he hasn't changed anything. This is I.S.U.P.K, the home of the truth.
Damn right, he did that. He did not drop his sword, and the man above him chose him to be general. You know what I'm saying? The general chose captains. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's an ordinance thing. Why? I mean, Israel need to realize, we need to stop being so difficult when it comes to correction, because correction comes through ordinance. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you are in the school, or when it comes to this word, you should always go to the ones above you to get counsel or whatnot. But when it pertains to whatever you got going on, when it comes to questions or anything, you can't go wrong with counseling. Go ahead.
If I could, sir.
Go ahead.
If I could, that's heavy what you bringing out about correction, right? Because, like you said, any issue you got or anything you're going through, definitely bring it to, definitely bring it to the school and get correction, because, you know what I'm saying, me, like, personally, you know what I'm saying, I'm coming out the world, you know what I'm saying, so I don't know nothing, you know what I'm saying, I don't know anything, you know what I'm saying, so it's brothers that have to be, I thank the Most High for brothers above me to show me correction, because they've been walking this harder than me, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They've been walking it. You know what I'm saying? So I need my brothers to correct me. It's not nothing. It's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying?
No.
It's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta have that growth. You gotta have that you know what I'm saying? You got, like, that's brotherhood. That's simply just brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? So like it, I chill on that one.
That's right. That's right. You right, Op. Nothing but the truth. Give me the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 23. You know, because like I said, when I was trying to when I was getting this content, when I was trying to get this class together, I was researching Phoebe. Like I say, look, I was trying to mix a little Georgia history, and now and that's why I brought up the sister Anna Alexander. About her being the first Black African American deaconess. You know what I'm saying? And I Googled, I searched on who were their husbands. Neither one of them had husbands. I tried to find out did they have children. Didn't see nothing about they had children. So it's just like to have to play the role that they played. The Lord say, "Be fruitful and multiply." They gave up not having no husband, no children, to play the role of a deacon of a man. You know what I'm saying? When I mean, it just seemed like so much of that was going on, and now, when all these women fighting for the right of men and stuff, to fight to be equal to men, but
Right.
it's crazy and it's vain. All of it is pretty much done in vain, because go ahead.
It's like Adam. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut in. I just was gonna say they've been deceived.
They've been deceived real bad. They've been deceived pretty bad. And our leaders and stuff, the ones that appointed them, I'm gonna get to it there. And that's what I'm gonna close to why they end up, why thing played out the way they did, and that's how I'm gonna end up closing the class on it. But it just give me book of Ephesians chapter 5 verse 23. Try not to talk too much.
The book of Ephesians chapter 5 and 23. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body.
Yeah. And see, that is that ordinance that we were talking about, is that for the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body. So when you got a woman trying to take the position of a deacon, you know what I'm saying? You're pretty much messing up that ordinance right there. She, you taking her out of her true servant position. Like I asked the question earlier, how do the women here in the true serve, or how are they serving to God? How are they a servant in this school? They cook for us. They help us out in so many ways, to the point that they're a servant, but we don't call them deacons and not ones. You know what I'm saying? A sister can still play her role as a servant of the Most High God, but staying in her lane, doing it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to play the role of a man. You see what happened in the UFC fighting? Them transgender knocking them women out, almost killing them. The transgender breaking their swimming records. They breaking their track records. Come on. You fighting for something you really don't want. You fighting for a position you really don't want. Because it's not designed for you. It's crazy, but some of these people learn it better.
That's a lot if I could, sir.
Go ahead.
You bring it out some heavy stuff, man. That's pretty funny right there, man. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these women, they want equality, and it's hard. It's hard for you to get equality. You know what I'm saying? Because it shows you that on a daily basis. Like, if your toilet breaks down, you're not gonna call your homegirl. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna call a guy to help you.
Right.
you're gonna call a man to help you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need a man to help you at all times. At all times. I mean, I don't know what situation a woman would say that she don't need a man. You know what I'm saying? Even if you want to have a baby, you know what I'm saying? You have to call a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, the brat, this is so crazy. I'm just chopping it up with you, Yahanna. Even like the brat. What did she's in a homosexual relationship. But if she wanted a baby, what did she have to get the sperm from? She had to get it from a man.
Well, see, they like,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Con, see, they confusing all his own. She for to be the man, ain't she like the stud, the man in the situation?
I don't even know.
I know she want to be the husband wife. It just, like I said, God's not the author of confusion. These folk don't, they've been off their rocker. They got a mental illness, and they refuse to get treatment. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh, the pot. Oh, no, Salaki.
We got y'all wrong checking in.
Also, y'all wrong. Y'all about Shimmy al Shah Brakatah. Out of one. Yeah. I got you down. But yeah, give me verse 24. That kind of piggybacking off what you're bringing out right now about, a woman needing a man,
Come, sir. Verse 24. Therefore, as the church is subject unto Christ, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything.
Yeah, you got to be to your husband on everything. See, them women, they gave all that up, so they gave all that up so they can be deaconesses. So they can be deaconesses. They didn't. I mean, damn. I mean, didn't they read Genesis? I mean, matter of fact, let's get Genesis 3:16. I mean, it's crazy, but you want to teach the word of God. You want to teach the word of God, but at the same time, you don't want to go off the word of God.
Come.
Yeah, give me on the book of Genesis chapter 3 verse 16 when you got it.
Come, sir. The book of Genesis chapter 3 and verse 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee.
Yeah, she started at, Sister Anna, she started that congregational stuff on her own, you know what I'm saying? She just like Phoebe, she had, like how Paul was vouching for Phoebe, Sister Anna, you know what I'm saying? She had a pastor over her that was vouching for her, you know what I'm saying? And she pretty much, like the scripture said, unto the woman, he said, specifically for the woman, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow. You're gonna have some sad, a woman gonna have some sad days. She is a very emotional, unstable human being. You know what I'm saying? And it say, and thy conception, the sorrow in thy conception, just like my I.S.U.P.K was bringing out earlier, she was deprived of knowledge, you know what I'm saying, and understanding. That's why when she getting her mood swings, and what her excuse is, her hormones, her hormones, she all balanced and stuff. She had a mood swing and stuff. She can't think straight. She can be dead ass wrong, and you can be dead ass right. She still argue. She still argue you hell and back. You know what I'm saying? It just that them traits of a woman. You know what I'm saying? And it said, she for to bring forth children. Phoebe and Anna, they didn't bring forth any children because they wanted to play that role of a man. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have, hold on. You what?
Okay, it's a comment. Yeah,
hold on 1 second. And it say, and that you should desire Salaki, hold up. And it said, Holy P. And it said, and thy desire should be to thy husband. They didn't have no desire to be with a husband or anything like that. You know, and for a man to rule and for him to rule over them, because they didn't want to stay in a lane of a woman and do what the Most High say. You know what I'm saying? They want a leadership position, you know, in the Christian church. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, swap, yo. Also, Carlos had made a comment. They talk about women, you know, they fight for equality, but at the same time, they trying to take away the masculine men and replace them with feminine women, and vice versa. You know, they're trying to replace the feminine woman with masculine woman. Just like you were just saying right there, I was just kind of like a piggyback of the comment right there.
Right. And that's what they're trying to do. They reverse role play, and all this stuff is being done. You know, like I say that. Oh man, when I close the class, I'll have mercy. But you know, they playing all this stuff. This feminine movement, you know, and like I say, the reason why we talking about the alphabet bandits and stuff like that, because these men, they got these feminine traits. They didn't want to help they helping these women in this movement, in their movement. It wasn't the women alone. They had men supporting that movement. You know. Go ahead.
Yeah, so like if I could, what you're bringing out is real heavy, right? You know what I'm saying? But, you know,
Hey, Salakia, 1 second. Young man Abishai, get me 1 Timothy 2:11. Go ahead, Masha.
Come.
Yeah, so what I was saying is like the Christian church really destroys our people. And I don't think people have a real grasp on that, because they teach our people, right, to be independent. You know what I'm saying? You don't need a man, you don't need this, you don't need that. You know what I'm saying? And knowing that we definitely do need each other. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But in the I.S.U.P.K, we teach each other. We need each other. That's all we got. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Ain't no individualism in here. Go ahead.
Yeah, and for somebody to teach against that, like, what do you like? How do you do that? How do you live your life when you know that I need my woman. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? I need my woman. I might need 2 or 3 of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know she need me. I know she need me, but you know what I don't need? I don't need these heathens getting into my business, man. Get out of my business.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Get out of my goddamn business, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And let me build my nation like we supposed to. So that's all I want to say on that out of one. I ain't gonna go too far. But
Con. But yeah, you know, like I was bringing out earlier, you know, it was just far-fetched that, you know, they would go to the length to say, just because this woman was a Phoebe, just because she was such a good help, and Paul gave her a letter and she delivered it, you know, promptly, that she would be raised up to a deacon just because she delivered a letter. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Oh man, come on. Yeah, they didn't give Paul. They should have gave Paul more credit than that, you know. Go ahead, Nephi.
Yeah, we also have Sister Brandon checking in from Morrow, Georgia.
Yeah, I got her. But yeah, you know, just like I said, you know, just that kind of work, you know, you can't give a woman that position. Give me like I said, give me 1 Timothy 2:11.
Come, sir. 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection.
It said, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. You know, well, I'm gonna paraphrase another scripture before, you know, and it said, you know, if one is to teach, that they have to be taught again. You know what I'm saying? Sister Sister Anna Alexander, she wasn't taught again. You know, her father taught her how to read and write and stuff like that, as he did a lot of like he did a lot of other family members and people in the community. When his slave master thought that it would help, felt like it would help benefit him, you know what I'm saying? He let her father be in charge of all his affairs, manage his business and stuff, you know, like a good slave that he trusted, you know what I'm saying? Kind of how almost like the relationship that Pharaoh had with Joseph, you know what I'm saying? Joseph was so wise and know how to handle business and stuff like that. That Pharaoh gave him more authority than he gave his own son, you know what I'm saying? And you know, kind of the same type deal, you know what I'm saying? But she wasn't taught again, and neither was Sister Phoebe. Just because she was putting in good works or whatnot, you know, hey, you know, she wasn't put in a position to be no teacher. He just said when she came into town, whatever business, whatever help she needed with her affairs or anything like that, he was telling the men at the church just to help her out. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with helping a sister out with plumbing. She needs some plumbing work, some electrical work, some mechanical work. You know, just because you know she been such a good help. She should be helped back. You know, help goes. We always say help goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? You said something, young man.
I don't want Salakia. I don't want, if I may.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it seemed like all Paul was saying is basically, hey, look out for this sister. This is a good sister.
Yeah.
Look out for this sister. You know,
right.
Receive her in love.
Right. He didn't make her no deacon. he just said help out. You know? And it's like you said, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. That means she got to humble herself and be quiet. Have an ear and hear. And don't be trying to talk over nobody. You know what I'm saying? Give me verse 12.
Come, sir. Verse 12 of 1 Timothy, of 2 Timothy. But I suffer not. Salakia.
It's 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 11.
Salakia. First Timothy chapter 2 and verse 12.
12 and Salakia. Go ahead.
But I suffer not a woman to teach.
Do what?
But I suffer not a woman to teach.
He's talking about the word of God. He's not talking about no math and how to write or you got some recipes or trying to cook or something like that or to sew. It's not telling a woman that she can't teach that, but it being specific because it's talking about the word of God. Go ahead.
Come, nor to usurp authority over the man.
A deacon got a deacon or also 50 or 500 or 1,000. They got the power to usurp authority because they are servants and they got servants under them. You know what I'm saying? So 50 can tell a trooper, you know, hey, you know, go grab them chairs in the back or go get out of one some wine out the fridge or something, you know. That's a certain authority. Ain't no woman in here calling no shots like that. Ain't no woman in here giving no orders. I would feel kind of crazy if one of my out of one real gave me an order and told me what to do. Good night. Oh man, but we're gonna get it. Oh man, we're running short on time. I'm gonna try to get into much of it as possible. Go ahead, give me the rest of that.
Come. But to be in silence.
It said, but to be in silence. You know, she supposed to be quiet. So when you hear us all the time, man, we tell a woman, shut your damn mouth. Just be quiet. You know what I'm saying? when a woman is clamorous, she knows nothing. You have no business opening your mouth. You can't learn running your mouth. You can only learn and have an ear and listen if you are silent and learning in subjection. That's the only way you're going to learn anything. You know? So these scriptures ain't never lied. You just got to play your role. Play your role as a woman. You know what I'm saying? You got to play your role as a woman.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Give me the book of John, chapter 14, verse 28.
Come, sir.
And while he pulling that, I'm gonna read verse 13. It said, "For Adam was formed first, then Eve." You know what I'm saying? Adam came before Eve, and I'm pretty sure every Christian out there know that. In verse 14, it said, "Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in transgression." Eve broke the law. Transgression is, sin is transgression of the law. You know what I'm saying? It was the woman did it.
That's right.
Because the Most High he deprived her of wisdom and understanding. You know what I'm saying? Fast ass. And it says, go ahead. You got that? John chapter 14, verse 28.
Come, sir. The book of John, Salakia. The book of John, chapter 14 and verse 28. Ye have heard how I said unto you, I go away and come again unto you. If ye loved me, ye would rejoice, because I said, I go unto the Father.
Salakia. Oh, nope, I was wrong on that one. I thought I'd been marked that one out. I had that going somewhere. My bad, Salakia. Give me the book of it was the Salakia. The book of Philippians, chapter 2, verse 7.
Come, sir. Come. The book of Philippians, chapter 2 and verse 7. But made himself of no reputation, and took upon him the form of a servant, and was made in the likeness of men.
Now, this still talking about, how a deacon, the reputation of a deacon or going in higher as a bishop. You know what I'm saying? But we mainly talking about the deacons right now. You know what I'm saying? And the reputation, it is the role of a man. Should no woman out here had a reputation of a man? You know what I'm saying? Well, I say, damn these Christian churches. They lie to you. And y'all out there like that lie feel so good. But it destroying y'all. Y'all children get molested. All kinds of stuff. The pastor just completely destroying y'all. And keep destroying y'all, keeping y'all in a low state of mind. Oh, man, and robbing y'all at the same time. He robbing y'all at the same time. He fulfilling the lust of devils, other deceivers. He lusting other deceivers.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
If I may add one. And in this day and age, a lot more of our sisters are dying by gun violence these days. I yield.
Con. And they are because, like I say, a lot of witchcraft being performed out here in the music and stuff. They think it's all right to walk around with Glocks and stuff and halter tops and stuff like that. All gangster and stuff like that. Where's the femininity in being a woman being gangster?
Salaki,
I don't even know where that even came from. A woman had the idea to become a gangster. I don't know. What her name down there in Florida? Cocaine Queen, Blanco. They couldn't have got their gangster stuff from her. I don't know where Israel. I don't know where the women in Israel get that want to be gangster and stuff like that from. I just don't know where it. I don't know where it originated from. You know. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say one last thing, Adawan, if I may. And a lot of sisters have, man, more tattoos than men these days.
Right.
I yield.
Right. You know, like I say, they a lot of them, they forget the natural use of their bodies. The same way I talk about Phoebe and Anna. They forgot they supposed to been fruitful and multiplied. You know what I'm saying? They forgot that they supposed to found a man and settled one man and settled down. You know what I'm saying? They forgot all about that to play the role of a deaconess. You know what I'm saying? Could you get me 1 Corinthians 14 and 34? Go ahead.
You know, they got movies out for Queen. You got these movies out where these women supposed to be so what's that, G.I. Jane and all that, and
oh yeah,
and movies where these women supposed to just be so straight gangster.
I don't get it, man. I swear, man, man, I know real men. I know they love a soft feminine woman. You know what I'm saying? Right. Nobody want no damn thug in the bedroom. Shit.
Right.
Come on.
The number one thing what we tend to forget about, I don't want no bodybuilder woman. If I get, I might as well be gay. You gotta get you a woman that's a bodybuilder. Come on, man.
I know. That's some of the most disgusting stuff. You know, technically a woman really is supposed to have more body fat than a man. You know what I'm saying? It was some of the disgusting stuff I seen out here, veins and stuff popping out their foreheads and chests and stuff, and damn chests and stuff bouncing and going on out, man. Oh, some nasty, disgusting stuff out here just because women just, forget the natural use of their body and want to be like men, man. You got that, we running a long time, got to get ready, about to close out. You got 1 Corinthians 14 and 34?
Come on, sir. 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 34. Let your women keep silence in the churches.
Let your women keep silent in the church. Now, how can a woman play a role of a deacon and she supposed to be quiet in the church? I ain't gonna say make it make sense. Ain't nobody gonna be able to make that make sense. Go ahead.
Come on. For it is not permitted unto them to speak.
How you gonna be a servant in it? How you gonna be a deaconess in the church? You can't speak. You ain't got permission to speak in the church. You can't say that. You supposed to be quiet all the time. While the real teaching going, while the real men in the church teaching, while the real priest teaching. How can you be a good servant? Go ahead.
Come. But they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law.
That's the law. That is the law. She commanded to be under obedience. And these sisters in here, the serving that they do, they are under obedience of their husband and stuff. Even though they serving the other brothers and stuff in the school. You know what I'm saying? They are a proud, what's the word? They are a proud representation of their husbands, as good wives should be. You know what I'm saying? And we are thankful for them. We are thankful for them. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
No, I wasn't. I didn't have anything to say. I was just agreeing with you.
Yeah, I'm just telling you. Go ahead with scripture.
Come on, sir. Verse 35. And if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home.
See there? If they gonna learn anything, you need to ask your husband at home. That goes to show you how quiet they want them to be inside, but just like this, we having class, we at home now, if a woman got her, husband or not, at home, she can ask some questions down, but if she doesn't have a head, you know what I'm saying? It's up to the men that's above her in her school or church or whatnot to answer whatever question that she may have. You know what I'm saying? That is the role of a teacher. You know what I'm saying? And now that's like one of my new mottos. Teacher matter. Your teacher matters. You know what I'm saying? Because people out here tell you anything. They'll tell you anything.
Right.
And he said, "For it's a shame for a woman to speak in the church. It's a shame for a woman to be speaking out in the church. So if a woman can't speak out in the church, she damn sure can't stand up in no pulpit and be trying to teach nobody nothing. I did not write this, and we reading scripture.
Right.
It is a shame for a woman to speak in the church. So she ain't got no business up in no pulpit trying to teach nobody nothing.
Right.
Holding Sunday school, trying to teach nobody nothing. That is the job of a man. That's why I said she don't for to open her dang mouth. So we tell you shut the hell up for a reason. Maybe we can say it a little nicer way, but hey, sometimes it may be rude in speech, but not in knowledge. What I'm telling you is the truth. You know what I'm saying? Give me Ephesians 6 and 5.
Come on.
Yeah, well, we telling you the truth. I mean, I'm just not the type to sugarcoat it, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Come on, sir. The book of Ephesians, chapter 6 and verse 5. Servants, be obedient to them that are your masters, according to the flesh, with fear and trembling, in singleness of your heart, as unto Christ.
And see, it's in servants. It talk, men. Be obedient to them that are your masters. It's like, that me as a 500 being obedient to Officer Ricard of 1,000 or Yama Yard 5, Officer Yama Yard 5,000. You know what I'm saying? That means me being obedient to my master, me being obedient to Commanding General Yahanna and stuff, because I'm a servant here in this school. And they are servants as well. But we still talking about the rank system, the structure. You know what I'm saying? It's a righteous structure. The Most High designed it like that for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And it says with fear and trembling and singleness of your heart or your mind. That means just like having a one-track mind. I'm gonna do the right thing. You got a one-track mind saying, I'm gonna stay focused, I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna keep the ordinances. I'm gonna be this upright servant. You get what I'm saying? Salakia. And it says, as unto Christ. We following Christ. It's back to the ordinance, you know what I'm saying? Like Paul said, telling the people in Corinthians, he was sending a letter to, hey, you follow me because I'm following Christ.
Right.
That's basically all it's saying. Verse 6. Give me verse 6 right quick.
Come on, sir. Verse 6. Not with eye service as men pleasers.
Not just sitting around here looking around or being or as men pleasers. You know what I'm saying? And especially speaking of a woman, it better to sit around here just looking at it. Better it way you can serve than just sitting around here looking like eye candy. You know what I'm saying? Or doing things trying to please men. You know what I'm saying? Not in the righteous way. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, you know, you had to earn yourself up in here. You had to earn your way up in here. You know, you just don't come in here and just pick no position or nothing like that. You got to be chosen. But you know, it said, but as the servants of Christ, you know what I'm saying? I gotta say, women playing their role and the brothers in here playing their role. All us in here with one mission, that to serve, that be a servant of Christ in this truth. You know what I'm saying? And staying true to it. And it says, yeah. Doing, go ahead. I was gonna sit there and say doing the will of God from the heart. I mean, your heart is your mind. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, like I said, you gotta have a one-track mind, staying focused, you know what I'm saying? Keeping the law, statute, commandment. You know what I'm saying? Give me almost by the end. And give me I'm gonna skip a few things. Give me Proverbs 31:15.
Con, sir. The book of Proverbs, chapter 31 and verse 15. She rises also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her house.
This is what a good Salaki. This is what a good wife would do. Now, go ahead, finish it up.
Con. She rises also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens.
Now this is a good wife or a good servant. Have you seen that video on YouTube and that brother going around asking those sisters, your man wake up 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning and ask him to fix something to eat, what would you do? Hell no, I ain't fixing that nigga. I ain't fixing him nothing. I ain't doing nothing. I give him a sandwich or some tater chips, you know. What a good woman would do. A good woman would get up and fix that man a meal. Right. That's how you be a good reference to your husband. Right. You know what I'm saying? But only in the Christian world with things like that go on, but not here in the truth, because we do not practice that colonizing Christianity stuff that y'all. These women in here are a good reference to their husband. They treat their husbands well in I.S.U.P.K. Go ahead.
Because you know they got a video now where a brother asking, you know, hey, you want a man that's married who will never tell you, who will always say yes, or do you want a man, or would you just be with your man who'll tell you no? 45% of the time, just about all of them except for one said no. I'll stick with my man. They'll tell me no. I can't have everything.
Yeah.
You can't get everything all the time.
Can't get everything all the time, man.
Damn right.
It's simple, man. But like I said, you know, we're going back talking about the deacons earlier. You know, you can't be greedy or filthy lucre. You know what I'm saying? Lucre. You know, you can't be like that. You know, drop down. Give me verse 23. We gotta get ready to close it out.
Come, sir. Verse 23. Her husband is known in the gates.
Let's see how he known in the gates. Go ahead.
Come. When he sitteth among the elders of the land.
Go ahead.
Verse 24. She maketh fine linen and selleth it, and delivereth girdles unto the merchant. Strength.
Go ahead.
Strength and honor are her clothing. And she shall rejoice in time to come.
And see, that's how a woman being a good reference to her husband. He known in the gates. You know, that like in the Pashra eye rib. You know what I'm saying? He known in the gates in here because his woman can sit, she can sit there and do fringes on pants. She a good seamstress. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She a hella cook. Also Car's rib, great cook. Sister Rakamia, great cook. Sister Madana, great cook. You know what I'm saying? These women are good reverence. You know what I'm saying? I think a few of them still, I don't know if they take it or not, but you know, I'm just calling names off top. You know what I'm saying? But you know, hey, we got some wonderful sisters up here in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And even the one that may not have husband yet that's working on it, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be a damn great reference to them because of the work they already putting in now. You know what I'm saying? Right now. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Off of a car, you know, the way he real support him, you know, he well known up in here. You know what I'm saying? Also, y'all wrong. He real a great reference to him. He well known up here. Also, her daughter. Look, come on. So Amina, look at the work that she put in here. He well known in the gates because of the work that he rib and stuff put in the school. And other sisters, you know, I ain't trying to leave nobody out. All y'all sisters great. All y'all sisters great, outstanding. And it's a blessing to have y'all. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I give them big ups too, because you know, there's plenty of times that I came in and you know we didn't have no showbread, no wine. They got to make sure we have wine and showbread.
Right.
That's a big part of the Sabbath service.
Right. I mean, come on, man. That type of stuff mean a lot. It means a lot. That's how a woman becomes a servant of Christ and of her husband. You know what I'm saying? And the congregation that they're a part of, because you know the righteous role she playing. Give me verse 26.
Come. Verse 26. She openeth her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness.
Shoot, the women being here answer more questions than the men and stuff like that in a lot of classes, especially during Sabbath service and stuff like that. You know, when she talk, these women in the truth, they speak with wisdom. And they always speak with kindness. I ain't never see them arguing with their husband or talking out of turn or saying anything negative or derogative, anything like that. No, when they women open their mouth, hey, ain't number kind. You hear number kind words from them, and it goes a long way. It goes a long way when a woman is definition of a virtuous woman. These brothers in here got real virtuous women in this truth. You know what I'm saying? Let's get a couple more scriptures. I'm gonna close it out. Give me Proverbs. Give me drop down same one. Drop down 30.
Come. Verse 30. Favor is deceitful.
Like he said, you know what he's saying right now. Favor is deceitful. You know what I'm saying? People can show favoritism in the wrong way, and it can be very deceiving. You know what I'm saying? It can be very deceiving. Go ahead.
Come. And beauty is vain.
Go ahead.
But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised.
Women like these sisters in here, they keeping the law, statute, commandment, that got their husbands and stuff back. You know what I'm saying? Ain't doing them no harm. They really a pillar of rest. These are women that follow, like I say, wouldn't follow the law, statute, commandment. Those are women that fear the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Those are the women that fear the Lord. They are staying within the ordinance that the Most High God set up. You know what I'm saying? They know they don't have authority over their husbands and stuff like that, nor any other brothers in the school. You know what I mean? And give me Ecclesiastes 7:25. I really
Go ahead.
I was saying I really try to close out at 9 o'clock, but we went a little over. We about it for the end.
All right. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 25.
Salaki, hold up. Oh no, start at verse 26.
Come, sir. Verse 26. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth God shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her.
And see, this is a this is a gender thing right here. You know, this is specifically talking about how wicked a woman can be. You know, paraphrase the scripture. You know, the scripture say the woman is the beginning of sin. Through her, we all die. You know, ain't all sin is little to that of a wicked woman. You know what I'm saying? A woman is far more the more wicked wickedest human in the earth, according to the Bible. You know what I'm saying? We saw that through Eve. You know what I'm saying? Women that want to lean to their own understanding, don't want to stay in the orders and stay under their husband and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Want to put themselves on the front line. You know what I'm saying? Want to be the front line. Want to usurp authority. You know what I'm saying? Though that is the type of woman that is pretty much talking about. You know. And he said, you know, and a woman that trying to lead like that, you know, that's out of line, you know, her mind is a snares and net. You know, you're gonna get caught up in that. But if a man stay reverent, if a man stay true to the Lord, you know, he can avoid that. He avoid that, you know what I'm saying? But a sinner, a man is out here sinning in the world. Yeah. Hey, you gonna fall for it. You gonna fall for that okie doke. You know what I'm saying? You gonna fall for that. Give me verse 27.
Come on, sir. Verse 27. Behold, this have I found, saith the preacher.
This is what the preacher saying. Go ahead.
Come. Counting one by one to find out the account.
Verse 28.
Which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found.
Now this heavy. This a preacher voucher. You know how I was talking about how Paul was vouching for Phoebe, and how the other preacher was vouching for Alexander. You know what I'm saying? Now this preacher right here saying among 1,000 men he couldn't find one, but a woman he couldn't find not one at all. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, it goes back to how a woman is deprived of wisdom and understanding. You know, we got some smart women out here, but you know what I'm saying? Her emotions gonna always get the best of her, and she's not gonna be able to grasp and have the concept of things that a man can grasp, and how he could. And how, and, you know, and the things that and the knowledge that he possessed, right, and how he can handle certain situations.
God.
Go ahead.
So like
last scripture, verse 29.
Come. Lo, this only have I found.
And this go ahead. This was the preacher right here saying. He said, "This out of all this is what he did find." Go ahead.
Come. That God hath made man upright.
He made man upright. He still talking about the man. He said nothing about this woman. You know what I'm saying? He made man to be head. It's just all to it. Go ahead.
Come. But they have sought out many inventions.
Yep, they don't sought out all kind of inventions. You know, they don't sought out to make deaconesses and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? There's the alphabet people, the bad people. You know what I'm saying? They have these preachers and stuff in these churches. They the alphabet people too. They support the movement. So they don't create all kind of devices out here to turn you away from this truth, to turn you away from your God. They completely throw the ordinance of the Most High out of whack, out of line. You know, all these different inventions and stuff like that, and devices and stuff that they use, tactics and stuff they use, just bringing all kinds of stuff. And you know, all this Greek this Greek culture and stuff like that. There's not our culture. All this understanding and stuff, this twisting of the truth. You know, they're changing the truth into a lie. You know, like the Roman Catholic Church did.
Right.
You know, and they've been practicing for centuries. You know what I'm saying? They use this Bible. They use this Bible against us. You know what I'm saying? And added to it and took from it when they weren't supposed to do such. But the Most High God knew that they were going to do it. But it's high time that we wake up and come into the truth and understand our roles in life as men and women and learn how to stay in our lane. And with that, we are the I.S.U.P.K, start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yahanna. And I'm also 500 Good Sean. And I turn the class over to Priest Officer 50, Mawasa.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for a new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi 3, 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, my Ishra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations will be the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets, first day of the 7th month, which will be Friday, September 15th. Leviticus, you can find that in Leviticus 23, 24 through 25. Remind Akim and Akwas to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarves. And if you will, if you put the address in and help with the school and help with the algorithms, and the school is 3353 Glenwood Road, Decatur, Georgia. And with that, we give one courtesy salute to the teacher, man of Israel. Majab, Marsh Sabat, Majab, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Hashem Thumb. And what we said, translated from the Hebrew to the English, is Lord, in the name of Christ, bless you. Yamatat, hands down. We got sisters. Kamakai. Courtesy salute to the teachers, men of Israel. Kamakai, that's what I said.
You said teacher.
Oh, I said, Salakia. We have one courtesy salute to the sisters. SARS, which means a turn to the sisters. Men of Israel. Majab, Mash Sabat, Majab, Barak, Yahweh. And what we said, translated from Hebrew to English, is Lord, watch over you in the name of Christ. Yamatat, hands down. Class dismissed.
I got you.
For so long you've been sighing and crying, begging for justice, and here the Lord is bringing you justice right here to your streets.
City eyes.